What if I told you that you can retire by 50 and live the life you dream of? Sounds crazy, right? Well, buckle up, because today we're diving into smart investment strategies that can make this a reality. Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're talking about something that's on a lot of people's minds: retirement. But not just any retirement, we're talking about the kind where you can kick back on a beach somewhere, sipping a cool drink by the time you hit 50. Now, I know that sounds ambitious, but trust me, with the right investment strategies, it's totally achievable. We're going to break down some actionable tips that can set you on a path to financial independence. So, grab your notebook, and let's get started on this journey towards a wealthier future. Alright, before we jump into it, let me ask you a fun question. How many of you have daydreamed about retiring on a beach? Just imagine it: the sun, the sand, and not a single worry in your mind about money. I mean, who wouldn't want that? Speaking of which, I remember when I first started thinking about my retirement plan. I was in my early 20s, and let's just say, my financial planning skills were about as strong as my ability to make a decent cup of coffee. Spoiler alert, it was terrible. But through trial and error, I learned a few things that I'm excited to share with you today. Now, let's dive into the juicy stuff: the smart investment strategies. The SMART in smart investment stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Let's break each of these down. First up, specific. You need to be clear about your investment goals. Instead of saying, "I want to save money," think bigger. For example, I want to have $1 million saved by the time I'm 50. That's a specific goal. Next, we have measurable. This means you should track your progress. Use tools like budgeting apps or spreadsheets to see how much you're saving each month. Set milestones along the way, like reaching $100,000 saved in 5 years. Now, let's talk about achievable. It's important to set goals that are realistic. If you're making $40,000 a year, it might not be feasible to save $50,000 a year. Instead, aim to save 15% of your income and adjust as your salary increases. Moving on to relevant. Make sure your investments align with your overall financial goals. If you want to retire early, focus on investments that grow quickly, like stocks or real estate, instead of low-growth options like bonds. Finally, we have time-bound. Set a timeline for your goals. If you want to retire by 50, you'll need to create a plan that outlines what you'll do every year until then. Maybe that means increasing your contributions to your retirement account or investing in a new venture. Now, let's go over a few specific investment strategies you can use. Consider a Roth IRA or a 401k. These are great for tax benefits. Also, don't shy away from index funds. They offer diversification at a low cost. Real estate can also be a game changer, especially if you can flip properties or invest in rental units. And don't forget about dividend stocks. They can provide you with a steady income stream that you can reinvest. Remember, it's not about how much you make, but how much you save and invest wisely. Let's highlight some of the most eye-opening moments from what we've just discussed. Did you know that compound interest can double your money if you leave it for just 7 years? That's mind-blowing. Also, a common pitfall many people fall into is thinking that they can start saving later. The earlier you start, the more you benefit from compounding. And here's a fun fact: those who invest in real estate can often see returns of 8–12% annually. Alright, now it's your turn. I want to hear from you. What are your favorite investment strategies? Have you had any successes or failures? Drop your experiences in the comments below. Let's learn from each other. Before we wrap things up, I've got a shocking statistic for you. Only about 40% of Americans have enough savings to retire comfortably. That means 60% are at risk of running out of money in retirement. But if you follow the strategies we discussed today, you can be among those who are financially secure and living the life they want. So, to wrap it all up, remember that planning and commitment are crucial in achieving your financial goals. By setting smart goals and investing wisely, you can pave the way for a comfortable retirement by 50. Whether it's starting with small contributions or diving deep into real estate, every little bit counts. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And hey, if you want more financial tips and tricks, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I'd love to hear your thoughts or questions, so drop them in the comments. Also, check out my next video where I'll be breaking down the best budgeting techniques to maximize your savings. See you next time.